I'm back again so soon. While I have the time, I'm going to quickly do a video of my worst movies and series of 2013 because, quickly while I have time. Number 1 was Man of Steel. This movie looked so good from the trailers and I had really high hopes for it. I saw it and, my God, it was awful. It was awful. I actually didn't have any problems with the acting or any of the actors in their roles, but the storyline, it was just so stupid. And there's nothing I can say about this movie that hasn't already been said, but, by close to the end there, I'm just like, really, like, are there any buildings left in this movie that they have not destroyed yet? Really, really disappointing movie. Number 2 is Olympus Has Fallen. Okay. Unlike Man of Steel, I had no desire to see this movie. I thought it looked stupid. It is not my type of movie at all. But my boyfriend really wanted to see it, and sometimes, unfortunately, I have to let him be the one to pick the movie, even though a lot of times I don't like them. And this movie was everything I expected. It was cheesy, it was stupid, mindless action. He thought it wasn't bad. It was dumb, but I knew it was going to be dumb. I didn't pay for it. And one thing I did find funny was that the all-American action hero is played by a Scottish man, and the North Korean terrorist is played by an American. Third movie is The Paperboy. Oh my God. I saw this at Family Video, and I thought it sounded really interesting. This movie was like the most bizarre. I didn't know what was going on half the time. It was just weird. I don't even know. Just not for me. 4 is Game of Thrones Season 3. Yeah, kind of scared to say that because I know Game of Thrones is really popular. And from everything I know, this season was still pretty well received. But I wasn't the hugest fan of it. And a lot of the people I know who watched this series also were a little bit disappointed. I didn't hate it by any means. I did hate the first 3 movies on this list. I didn't hate it. It had a lot of good elements, but I just felt like it was draggy. It's weird because if I ever get that favorite books of 2013 video up, you'll notice that Storm of Swords was one of my favorite books of the year. So, kind of weird that I didn't like this season that much. But while I felt that the book was, just packed with lots of action and just, a lot of meat in there, so to speak. A lot of stuff going on. It's just dragged. I think a lot of it had to do with their decision to split the 3rd book into 2 seasons. And so hopefully the second half, this year's season 4 is going to be better. I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more if they had just kept it as one. Number 5 is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or, the first half of season 1, which I watched. Big fan of Marvel movies, love the Avengers, and this show wasn't the worst thing, but it wasn't really that great either. I've still been watching, and I plan to watch, till the end of this season, and then decide if I'm going to continue with season 2, if it even, gets picked up for another season. I don't know if it has been yet. I haven't been following up with that or anything. I think one thing that really bothered me about it is, after a few episodes, I started to like most of the characters, but I just can't stand Skye. And, they always focus on Skye. And I just feel like she's useless, and she just has to go. And I'm sorry to any Skye fans out there. Number 6 is nothing. That's it. I just have 5 least favorites, so even though everybody tells me that I always complain too much, I think that I'm doing okay. Let me know what you think in the comments, if you agree or disagree, what shows and movies you hated this year, so we can compare and contrast, or whatever. And I'll see you guys next time if I ever get around to doing a video again.